Yeah, so Gabrielle Union says in her first marriage, she felt entitled to cheat because she made the most money. She paid all the bills. That's what she had to say. Hold on, let me play it for you.
That came my way. I don't know.
Well, in our first marriage, neither one of us felt like the marriage should get in the way of our dating. And so,
oh my God, that's
So right off the rip, if your dating life is more important than your marriage life, it's a problem. Why did you get married? You shouldn't have got married. You shouldn't have, but I guess this is our first marriage, so let's go from there.
keeping up with his activities. And I was like, oh, that's what you're doing? Oh, you're going to feel this one. And
Okay.
I just felt entitled to it as well. I was paying all the bills. I was working my off, and I felt like that's what comes, the spoils of riches.
Yeah.
And like my dad before me, whoever has the most gets to do whatever they want, is what I thought.
Yes.
And it was just dysfunctional from day one.
Yeah.
So first of all, this is a dysfunctional marriage, as we can see. That's why she got out of it. But listen, going forward, the breadwinner gets all the spoils. And that's what we know. Kevin Samuels told y'all this. High-value men are probably going to have more than one woman. They're probably going to be spreading their seed around. And this is what Gabrielle Union has taken on, because she's taken on, in this first marriage, the point of a high-value man. She feels like, I'm the one that's earning. I'm going to be able to do what I want. And women don't like hearing that, but here it is. When y'all hear from her, y'all will cheer. You know what I'm saying? When you hear from us, you'd be like, oh, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all want some weird stuff.
I wish I had more guilt for some of that. I think it was such a stupid relationship that should have never gotten out of the dating phase.
Yeah.
We were gifted therapy, and the first session, the therapist was like, that's literally what she said. I don't know how you guys made it out of the dating phase.
wow.
And we should probably look for a way to amicably
dissolve.
Yeah,
Wow.
because you have not one thing in common. No morals, no values, no scruples. The one thing you both have in common is other people.
Wow.
And see, this is where you have people who know better looking outside in, trying to tell you something that you don't see because you immersed in it. And you're like, oh, this is good for me. No, it's not. No, it's not. You've been with this dude. He's been punching you in your eye for 2 or 3 years. It's not good for you. But it's hard to hear that when you're the one in it and not the therapist. The therapist will tell you better, but you don't want to hear it though, you know?
You know what I mean? So why don't you just go be with other people?
Oh my
You
God,
guys are
that's
identical in that
funny.
you're super horny for other people.
Yeah, well, I was horny for validation.
Yes.
And having certain kinds of guys like me and want me. That made me feel like I was worthy and good and valuable and deserving.
So D-Wade, this is where it becomes troublesome for you, because she's horny for validation, for people to make her feel wanted and to feel this, that, and other. She's looking for all these superstars that y'all are around to make her feel like she is something, even though she has accomplished all she has in her life. And this is what she's telling you from back in the first marriage. But you can't help but think that this applies to the marriage that you're in, D-Wade. You can't help but think this. If you're got your thinking cap on, because this your wife. She's telling you what it took to get her out of that first marriage, but it didn't take much. It took you, because you were a man of cloth and a man of money and a man of fiber that could say, hey, I think much of you, and you just giving her a compliment would have brought her out of her whole world and caused her to do what? Come and marry you, right? So she has uprooted everything out of this first marriage and came and married you because she thought much of your words. So what will she think of the next guy's words? She's been with you for some years now. And I'm not advocating or hoping that your marriage disintegrates, even though I have some thoughts on how you have parented your child in this time. I more so agree with Boosie. I'm not going to say I all the way agree with him, but I more so agree with Boosie than I agree with the way that you have parented your child and the things that they're going through. But outside of that, your wife have sided with you for some reasons that you would say could be questionable from what she is naming here. And if that is the truth, what is she going to do going forth from you, D-Wade? Because you're not the star that you used to be. So who's the next star? And if she is looking to the next star outside of you, where does that leave you? Not in a good place, as far as I would imagine. As far as what is she describing from this last marriage that she was in? What if she starts to make more money than you, D-Wade? Because she's an actor. She can still go on to films. I don't think she would be a A-lister like that. But if she was to go on and be an A-lister, 20 million a film, 30 million a film, 40 million a film, right? Where does that leave D-Wade? D-Wade ain't making 20, 30, 40, 50 million a year no more. He's not playing basketball no more. So where does that leave you? And if you have to ask your question, it's no problem having to ask that question. But if you have to ask that question and then look over to your wife after she done said so much about how she would feel if you was to make less than her. But listen, I'm going to tell you, it's something to that. When a woman makes more than you, she is going to try to, she going to little boy you if you'll accept it. You understand what I'm saying? And it's nothing to do with the manhood or this, that, or a man feel like he got to make more than you, this, that. I'm just telling you how women operate. If a woman is providing you with everything, I ain't saying a 50-50 relationship. I'm saying if she providing you with everything, if you sleeping on somebody's couch and this woman comes along and springs you from that, and she's providing you with everything, she's paying for this, that, and the other, and you decide to stay out with her car too long. You don't think you don't get that call? You don't think you're going to be summoned back to the house? And if you don't make it there on time, is she not going to have a full-fledged problem with this relationship and how it is operating? Of course she is. That's what comes with being kept. And if you are a man being kept by a woman, that is going to come up. You're going to have to answer to that, as well as a woman being kept by a man. If a man is keeping you and you this, that, and other, you paying for this, that, and the other, and all of a sudden on Thursday you want to have ladies' night out and you go out with your girls and they dibbling and dabbling in debauchery, and he call you like, where you at? Oh, I'm out here somewhere at 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, okay. You know, it's just how this thing goes. And I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong, however you want to view it. What I'm saying is that when a woman has that position atop a man, it's going to go left. It's not going to be, and most men have a problem with that because most men are trying to be men. But how can you be a man when you are being little boyed in the process? Right? And it's the same thing. I know some women don't feel taking that role also, because if a man pays for everything that you were involved with, a man is going to expect something for you. Legal prostitution, if we should put that on the floor. We already know how that goes. But I'm just saying, it's something to think about. This your boy P. Camp. Tell me what you think, what you don't think, how you feel, this whole situation going down, who you think was right or who you think was wrong. Let your boy know. Put some in the comments for your boy.